All right. Hello. Good morning. Happy Friday. We're going to look at this very famous logic puzzle called Who Owns the Zebra? So you're going to want to grab this grid off of Moodle, either the Excel format or the PDF. And then I put these clues in here. This is actually from page 621 in your textbook. And so if you want to do this all by yourself, you don't have to listen to the video. I'm just going to kind of go through the clues to start, and we're trying to figure out who owns the zebra, but obviously solve the whole puzzle. So this is the most difficult puzzle we've attempted, and hopefully you're enjoying these as much as I am. All right, so we start out, there's 5 houses in a row, each of a different color, inhabited by people of different nationalities with different pets, drinks, and flowers. So I've made this grid for you. You're welcome. All right, so let's begin. The English person lives in the red house. So English, red house. Okay. The Spaniard owns the dog. See, isn't this easy? The Spaniard owns the dog. Okay. So if the Spaniard owns the dog and the English guy's in the red house, obviously the English guy can't own the dog, and the dog is not in the red house. It's those extra little clues that make a difference. Coffee is drunk in the greenhouse. So here's coffee in the greenhouse. Obviously, yeah, okay. Good. So the English guy who lives in the red house doesn't drink the coffee. The Ukrainian drinks tea. Okay. So the Ukrainian drinks tea. Coffee's in the greenhouse, so the Ukrainian can't be in the greenhouse. All right. The greenhouse is immediately to the right, your right, of the ivory house. So what does that mean? Well, it means that the greenhouse can't be on the far left because it's to the right of the ivory house. And it means the ivory house can't be on the far right because the greenhouse is to the right of it. The geranium grower owns snails. So geranium goes with snails. I'm going to find the right spot here. Okay. All right, so that's a pet. So the Spaniard owns the dog. He doesn't own the snails, which means he doesn't have the geraniums. All right. Roses are in front of the yellow house. Okay, so your roses are on the yellow house. English guy's in the red house, so he don't have roses. Okay. And what else? The green, yeah, so roses are not the greenhouse. Roses don't go with coffee because coffee's at the greenhouse. All right, I might have missed something, but we can always get it later. Milk is in the middle house. So here's middle, here's milk. Okay, so the Ukrainian drinks tea. So the Ukrainian is not in the middle house. Let's see, coffee is at the greenhouse. So the greenhouse is not in the middle. Anything else we can grab here? Maybe, but again, we can always grab it. But I don't see it right away. This is why it's fun to do this puzzle kind of in front of class, because people can grab what I'm missing on the first look. So we know the greenhouse, we were told in clue 6, the greenhouse is to the right of the ivory house, immediately to the right. So the ivory house, if the ivory house was here, the greenhouse could be here. If the ivory house was here, the greenhouse would have to be here, and it can't be. So the ivory house cannot be left of middle because the greenhouse can't be in the middle because the greenhouse is coffee and the middle house is milk. So then the ivory could be here, green could be here, ivory could be here, green could be here. So that's a clue. All right, the Norwegian lives in the first house on the left. So I'm calling that the far left. So we got the Norwegian, he's in the far left. Okay. So if the Norwegian's on the far left, obviously the Norwegian does not consume milk because milk is in the middle. And the greenhouse can't be on the far left, so the Norwegian can't live in the greenhouse. Okay. All right. The person who grows marigolds lives in the house next to the person with the fox. So for right now, we just know fox and marigolds don't go together. And roses are grown at the house next to the house where the horse is kept. So roses and horse does not go together. Roses are in the yellow house. So yeah, the horse is not at the yellow house. Okay. Oh, and down here, roses and horse can't go together. Okay. The person who grows lilies drinks orange juice. Lilies and the orange juice. So it's here. Okay. So lilies go with orange juice. So roses are in the red house or yellow house. So the OJ can't be at the yellow house. Coffee's at the greenhouse. So lilies can't be at the greenhouse. Let's see, hold on a sec. The Ukrainian drinks tea. So he doesn't have the lilies. Probably other things there. Oh, I'm just realizing that my picture cut off the bottom. Oh, there it is. Sorry, I had to scroll down. Let me make my picture smaller so we can see it. All right. The Japanese person grows gardenias. All right, so Japanese, yes, right here. All right, so we knew previously, for example, I was thinking about the marigolds, but that's not this. Okay. So yeah, he doesn't. It's no lilies, so that means no orange juice for the Japanese. And he doesn't grow roses, which means he can't be in the yellow house. Yeah. Okay. The Norwegian lives next to the blue house. Now we know the Norwegian's on the far left. And so that must mean that the blue house is the left of middle. Okay. So, and the Norwegian obviously doesn't live in the blue house. So, the yellow house had roses, so the blue house does not. And no coffee. And the Norwegian doesn't live there. The other thing, looking back at the ivory greenhouse situation. The greenhouse is immediately to the right of the ivory house. So the ivory house can't be the far left because the greenhouse can't be left of middle. Okay? Right? Because if the ivory house was far left, greenhouse would be left of middle. Can't be that because that's the blue house. So now we have the ivory house can be here, greenhouse here, ivory house here, greenhouse here. So those are the possibilities, which means either the red house or the yellow house is on the far left. We know that Norwegian's in the far left. All we know about the yellow house is roses. All we know about the red house is okay. The English guy's in the red house, which means that can't be the far left, right? Because the Norwegian's in the far left house. So that must mean that the far left house is yellow. Which puts the Norwegian in the yellow house. Okay, so you're getting a sense, hopefully. Switch screens here a second. I can't find the screen I want. Oh, there it is. It's weird. Okay. I'm just using this other puzzle for a blank side. So what you're going to want to do is make this would be better if I put it on some. Sorry, what you want to do is make you've got your houses here, so you can look at my sophisticated house drawings. So this is, if this is the far left, and I guess we just figured out it's yellow, I think, and we have the Norwegian here, and then this house was blue, I think. Then we have the middle house, and then the right of middle. I'm sure your houses will look much nicer than this, and your far right. And then my hand got really blurry apparently. Okay. All right, so then you want to just put in information. All right, so I'm blocking part of the screen probably, but so you want, and then you can kind of write clues that go together. So we know English goes with red. We know Spaniard goes with dog. We know Ukrainian goes with T. We know that the Japanese goes with gardenias. Obviously, the Norwegian's in the far left house. Yellow goes with roses, so we didn't fill that in on the puzzle, but now you know to fill that in, that the yellow house is roses, so the Norwegian has roses. Snails go with geraniums. The lilies go with OJ. I don't know, coffee with the greenhouse. We know milk was in the middle house. Okay, so I can't share two screens at the same time, unfortunately. But you're going to want to have something like this. And then what you're going to do, so I'll put the other thing back up now. All right, so what you're going to want to do is when you go back through here is whenever you see, for example, so like coffee in the greenhouse. So anywhere where the greenhouse is or it says coffee, those things go together. So like we didn't fill this out, but the coffee is going to match what the greenhouse is. So the coffee can't be in the far left house. because coffee's in the greenhouse, and the greenhouse can't be the far left house. This also means that the Norwegian doesn't drink coffee because the Norwegian is in the far left house. So like the English guy is synonymous with red. So we know the red house is not the far left or the left of middle. So the English guy can't live in the far left or the left of middle. So you're going to have to go through the clues like that, where you use both parts. Like, okay, the Spaniard with the dog is not with geraniums, so the Spaniard's not with geraniums. Okay, we got that. The Spaniard does not have gardenias, so the dog can't go with gardenias. Like so. So what did we say? We said the yellow house, Norwegian, far left, roses. So Norwegian has to have the roses. Okay. Yeah, this is a huge step forward, and I think you can take it from here. And yeah, enjoy.